Hi, welcome to AI World, the YouTube channel dedicated to bringing you news and in-depth tutorials for all things AI. In this channel, we try to break things down using plain and simple language so that you can get up to speed as quick as possible. In this video, we will be learning about an application which has been causing quite a bit of fuss, ChatGPT. But first, to stay on top of everything to do with AI, please subscribe to this channel. Here's a quick breakdown of what we are going to cover in this video. We are going to explain what ChatGPT is and who created it. We will discuss what ChatGPT can be used for. We will show you how to sign up to ChatGPT. We will show you how to use ChatGPT. And finally, we'll explain how to use ChatGPT's advanced features. So what exactly is ChatGPT? ChatGPT is a computer chatbot on steroids. You can use it to type in requests, and using its sophisticated language engine, it will carry out the requested tasks in the best way that it can. What makes ChatGPT so special is its ability to understand what you have requested and complete the requested tasks in a human-like way. The results often appear so human-like that many people have hailed this as a significant step forward in the advancement of artificial intelligence. ChatGPT was created by a company called OpenAI. OpenAI is a research organization whose stated goal is to develop artificial intelligence which benefits all of humanity. OpenAI has partnered with Microsoft in order to develop commercial products based on its technology. Microsoft has already integrated ChatGPT into its Bing search engine and in the Windows 11 Assistant, Copilot. The GPT in ChatGPT stands for Generative, Pre-trained, Transformer. So let's break down what that means. ChatGPT is generative. This means that it can generate new and unique content in response to a request you have typed in. New content could include a summary of details from an article, an original story or poem, a letter or email, or an image or diagram. ChatGPT is pre-trained. ChatGPT has been pre-trained using huge quantities of publicly available text from the internet. This massive amount of data allows ChatGPT to learn patterns and relationships between words and phrases. ChatGPT uses a transformer. A transformer is a component of ChatGPT's artificial intelligence engine. The transformer analyzes the patterns that it has identified from its pre-training to help it understand the request entered by the user and to generate new content using natural language. The transformer uses neural networks which mimic the way we believe the brain works. During the training process, interconnected nodes are created when patterns are identified. This process is similar to the way neurons are formed in the human brain when we learn something new. ChatGPT has many uses, far too many to be listed here. However, here are a few things ChatGPT can do based on your input. ChatGPT can plan an itinerary for your next holiday, translate an article from one language to another, write a computer program, provide advice on a new business idea, write a script for a podcast, or role-play an interviewer in a mock interview session. This is just a very small selection of tasks that ChatGPT can perform. There is an almost endless stream of possibilities for you to explore. Before going through the sign-up process, let's briefly discuss ChatGPT's pricing plans. There are two main types of plan, a free plan and a $20 monthly plan. The free plan has access to version 3.5 of ChatGPT, and the paid plan has access to both ChatGPT 3.5 and 4. ChatGPT 4 is the latest version of ChatGPT. It has been trained on more and newer data. Its responses are likely to be more accurate and more sophisticated than ChatGPT 3.5. The free version has a conversation memory of 8,000 words, while the paid has a 64,000-word memory. This determines how much of your previous queries ChatGPT remembers when processing your current query. Access to the free version of ChatGPT may be restricted when there is a huge demand from other users. The paid version is available even when demand is high. The paid version of ChatGPT generates its results much more quickly than the free version. The paid version has access to the ChatGPT API, so that you can incorporate ChatGPT features in your own programs. The paid version has access to advanced features like the ability to use and create GPTs. In practice, the free version of ChatGPT is extremely capable and in most cases will produce results similar to ChatGPT 4. You should only consider the paid version if you are a heavy user or you need to use the more advanced features. To sign up, search for ChatGPT in Google and click on the ChatGPT homepage link. Now click on the Sign Up button. Enter your email address and click the Continue button. Choose a suitable password and then click the Continue button. A verification email will then be sent to your email address. Open the email in your inbox, click on the Verify button, and then you will be redirected back to the website where you can complete entering your details and agree to the terms and conditions. That will complete the sign-up process, and you will be all set to start using ChatGPT. Let's have a look at ChatGPT's user interface. At the top left-hand of the screen is the New Chat button. Clicking on this button will start a new ChatGPT chat session. A chat session is like a full conversation with ChatGPT. ChatGPT will remember the full history of everything you have typed within the session, and so you don't have to start completely from scratch when you ask a new question. Just below the New Chat button is a list of your previous chat sessions. Clicking on any of these items will reopen the session. You can then pick up the conversation from where you left off. To the right of the New Chat button is a drop-down option which enables you to select the version of ChatGPT you want to use. If you are on the free plan, you will only be able to select version 3.5. At the bottom of the screen is a text box where you can enter your requests. ChatGPT will display its answers to your requests in the middle of the screen. Let's start with a simple example. Suppose we wanted to plan a trip to the seaside somewhere on the south coast, but we weren't sure which town or what to do when we get there. We could start by asking ChatGPT for a list of the top 10 most popular seaside towns on the south coast of the UK. As you can see, ChatGPT now lists the top 10 locations and provides some background information on each town. If we still couldn't decide, we could ask ChatGPT which of these towns has the most attractions. Notice when we ask the question, we don't have to refer to the original question, as ChatGPT remembers that we were discussing the top 10 South Coast seaside towns. ChatGPT identifies Brighton as the town with the most activities. It also summarizes these activities. Finally, we could ask ChatGPT for an itinerary with times for these activities, assuming arriving at 9 AM and leaving at 11 PM. Again, we can see that ChatGPT produces the result with some additional background information. We could, of course, continue further and ask for driving directions from London or a list of train times. The requests that you type into ChatGPT are known as prompts. The term prompt has been adopted throughout the AI world to refer to the text instructions that are typed into an artificial intelligence language engine. The engine interprets these prompts and generates new content based on the request. We can get better results from ChatGPT if we write better prompts. While ChatGPT is very good at interpreting what you have typed in, very often the results that it generates are very generic and may not entirely be suited to your very specific needs. By writing a better prompt, you can get ChatGPT to generate results closer to what you really want. It has been found that some of the best results can be achieved by including the following elements in your prompt. Role. This is the role that you want ChatGPT to assume while it is carrying out your request. The best way to determine the role is to think about who would be the best person you would want in the room to help you with your problem. For example, a plumber to help fix your tap, or a children's author to help you write a story suitable for a 10-year-old. You could even name a real person, as long as they are someone famous like William Shakespeare or Donald Trump. ChatGPT will try to emulate the style of that person when generating a result. Context. This is the background information that describes your particular circumstances. The best way to determine the context is to think what information the person you have named in the role will need in order to effectively carry out their job. For instance, this request is for a large investment bank or local high school. The recipient of the generated context is for the management team or for a Year 11 class. ChatGPT will generate content appropriate for the scenario that you have described for your context rather than a more generic answer. Task. This is the description of the task you want ChatGPT to complete. This could be a single sentence or a list of step-by-step instructions. Examples. By providing a few examples of the kind of results you're looking for, ChatGPT will be better able to generate the content you want. For instance, you could give examples of interview questions or examples of paragraphs with the style of writing that you want ChatGPT to generate. Constraints. These are the boundaries in which you want ChatGPT to work within. For instance, you might want ChatGPT to only produce results limited to a specific number of words, produce answers which are only relevant to the UK, or limit the complexity to an audience with a reading age of 10 years old. Format. Format relates to how you want ChatGPT to output the results. For instance, you may want the results output in the form of a report with headings, or a book with chapters, or summarized in a table. Tone. Tone relates to the overall tone of the entire result. For instance, you might specify a serious tone for a business audience address, or a light-hearted jokey tone for a wedding speech. You may not be able to, or want to provide all of these elements, but the more you include, the better results you are likely to achieve. Let's write a prompt for ChatGPT using all of these elements. Let's suppose we wanted to prepare for a job interview. We could get ChatGPT to pretend to be a job interviewer and ask us some questions. We could write the following prompt. You are a software development manager. You are hiring a junior C# software developer to join the development team at a large insurance company in the UK. The company uses the technologies C#, MVC, jQuery, and SQL Server. The task you need to complete is to role-play a scenario where you are interviewing for a new junior developer. Ask questions typical for this type of interview, including technical questions relevant to this organization. At the end of the role-play, please rate my performance out of 10 and give your opinion on whether I would be hired for a junior role at the company. Give me some pointers on how I could improve next time round. Here are a few example questions. What are an object and a class? What are managed and unmanaged codes? What is an interface? Use the following constraints. Ask a maximum of 10 questions. Ask questions suitable for a junior developer of easy to medium level of difficulty. Include questions related to all technologies at the company. Use the following format for the interview. This should be a typical competency-based interview. Begin by greeting the candidate and introducing the role and company. Ask questions and wait for follow-up responses. After the last question, give the candidate the opportunity to ask their own questions. At the end, wrap up and thank the candidate. Use the following tone for the interview. This should be a relaxed and friendly interview. The candidate should be put at his/her ease. You should not be too overfamiliar or reveal how you feel about how the candidate is performing. Here is the entire prompt which we just wrote. When entered, ChatGPT will role-play a job interview with you and provide an assessment of your performance at the end. Let's write another prompt, this time for a children's story. You are a children's author. You are writing a fictional short story for a teenage audience. The story is set within the fantasy genre in a mystical world. This will be the first story in a series of 3. Write a story set in the mystical world of Asgard. This is a fantasy world where magic is possible and mystical creatures and talking animals exist. The story follows a 13-year-old girl called Jade, who, after her parents die in an accident, learns that they were not her real parents. The story traces Jade's adventures as she uncovers the truth and discovers her magical powers. She also struggles with the normal growing pains of a young girl on the verge of adulthood. Over the course of the 3 stories, Jade will age from 13 to 16. In this story, Jade will age from 13 to 14. Here is an example of the style of writing. In the heart of the enchanted forest, where the trees whispered ancient secrets and the air shimmered with magic, Jade stumbled upon a clearing bathed in moonlight. The ground was carpeted with luminescent flowers, casting a soft glow that illuminated her awestruck face. She had always felt a strange pull towards the forest, a longing for something she couldn't quite explain. As she reached out to touch a flower, sparks of light danced from her fingertips, swirling around her in a mesmerizing dance. Jade gasped, her heart racing with excitement and fear. She had heard tales of magic, but never dared to believe she could possess such power. In that moment, she realized her life was about to change forever. Use the following constraints. The story should be suitable for the age group 13 to 16. The story can contain adult themes, but these must be suitable for the age group. The story should be around 30,000 words. The story must include these characters. Jacob, a 13-year-old boy who becomes a companion during the story. Baylock, a wizard who helps teach Jade about her powers. Jazzy, a young female elf and companion. Passo, a talking dog and companion. Morgrim Shadowvale, the villain throughout the 3 stories. The story should be in the format of a book. Split the book into 10 named chapters. Include a prologue. Include a table of contents. The tone of the story should be exciting with edge-of-the-seat adventure. It should contain scary moments. It should contain moments of peril. It should contain moments of romance. It should contain light-hearted moments of comedy. By using these elements in your prompts, you are more likely to get ChatGPT to generate results that meet your requirements. In this section, we are going to discuss some of the advanced features in ChatGPT. Please note that some of the features require a paid subscription. The first feature that we will look at is custom instructions. This feature is available to both free and paid plans. Custom instructions are another way that we can provide context to our prompts. To access this option, click on the area near your name at the bottom left side of the screen and then click on Customize ChatGPT. This will display the Customize ChatGPT dialog box. The settings in this dialog box can be enabled or disabled using this switch. These settings will override any context that you specify in a prompt that you type into ChatGPT. The Customize ChatGPT option is best used in situations where you regularly use ChatGPT in a specific context. For instance, you might be an accountant, or you might be trying to start a new t-shirt business. In these contexts, you may be constantly prompting ChatGPT with requests to support these roles. Instead of entering context information every time you write a new prompt, you can specify this once in the Customize ChatGPT section. And after this, when this option is switched on, ChatGPT will output all its results relevant to this context. There are 2 input boxes that you can specify in the custom instructions settings. What would you like ChatGPT to know about you to provide better responses? And how would you like ChatGPT to respond? In the top box, you should specify details about yourself, or details about the sort of person you want ChatGPT to pretend to be. Here is a suggested format for information you can specify here. Some example answers are shown in brackets. This example, and all the other examples used in this video, are available via a link that I will include in the description. In the bottom box, you should specify the rules that you want to set about the way that ChatGPT will respond to prompts that you type in. Here is an example of rules that you might specify if your role was an insurance broker. Again, this example can be found via a link in the description. GPTs are another advanced ChatGPT feature. This feature is only available to users with a paid plan. GPTs are tailored AI chatbots, which have been designed for a specific purpose. They will replace ChatGPT plugins, which will be phased out by the end of April 2024. If you have a paid plan, you will have the Explore GPT option available near the top left-hand side of the screen. Clicking on this option will enable you to search or browse the library of existing GPTs. As you can see, there are a variety of GPTs, including ones for creating images, ones for analyzing data, and ones for helping you with cryptocurrency. Let's click on the diagrams, Show Me GPT. We can use this GPT to create diagrams. Let's create a diagram which shows how to wire a plug. The real power of GPTs comes when we combine them together to help us with a task. To do this, we must go back to regular ChatGPT. So let's start a new ChatGPT chat session. To talk to a GPT from our regular ChatGPT session, type the @key. This will list all the GPTs that you have used at least once. If you need to talk to another GPT not listed here, you will have to use it first, like we did in the previous diagram example. We are going to create an image of a cat and then put that image in a PDF. First, we will talk to the image generator GPT to get it to create the image of a cat. So we are going to select the image generator GPT from the list. Now we type in a prompt to ask the GPT to create an image of a cat. Now that we have our image of a cat, we will type the @key again so that we can select the PDF Create GPT. We can then talk to the PDF Create GPT to ask it to create a PDF with our image. If we click to download it, we can see that a PDF has been created with the image of the cat. So you can see how we can take the results of one GPT and use it within another GPT. By combining a series of GPTs, we can carry out really complex tasks. That concludes our ChatGPT tutorial. Thanks very much for watching. Please leave comments in the comments section and let us know if there are any other AI tools that you would like us to break down.